hate. This goddamn song. Hello everybody, it's the Horror Deconstruction. You can find us at horrordeconstruction.tumblr.com, youtube.com/horrordeconstruction, as well as facebook.com/thehorrordeconstruction with your host Alex,
Emily,
and we have a special guest. Please, guest, say who you is.
I is Horror Harbour, the Nazi.
Oh, so we can't say her real name.
Also Thea.
Thea. So yep. Thea from Horror Harbour. You can find her at horrorharbour.tumblr.
How did she get here?
Horrorharbour.tumblr.com, where you can find the finest in supernatural gay/fiction with Sam and Dean just rapturing each other. Actually, Horrorharbour.tumblr is a really awesome Tumblr that hooked us up, because I think we get a lot of hits because of her. So we appreciate it. And when I found out it was a woman, I was like, wow, good for her. We have a lot of female horror fans.
There are a lot of us.
It's a great thing, because I need to date one.
In real life, women won't look at us twice, but on the internet, we're famous. But actually, we were like,
actually at all, but that's okay.
We were feeling
just a little bit.
We were feeling that
I don't have any popcorn right now, and I feel sad about it.
Oh.
You guys done?
You gotta think ahead.
So the show felt like it was lagging, so we were like, let's have Horror Harbour come on and do our job for us. But actually, we appreciate everything Horror Harbour has done for us, as putting in her top sites, and I'm sure she'll take it off after this episode. But tonight's film is...
VHS. Well, sorry, V/H/S.
Which stands for Very Horrible Shite. It's a film that came out 2012, right? And can you list off the directors, Thea?
Oh God, it's gonna take forever. Okay, so Radio Silence did. I'm not even gonna. There's like 4 guys in Radio
Silence is like a music video group, right? And they work with a lot of After Effects. And
I don't know, maybe.
Oh,
there are a bunch of directors anyway.
I didn't know that they had names of each one.
Radio Silence is just a pretentious name, kind of like me and Danny have something, so I can't say it. But go ahead. Okay. Radio Silence.
So when we do the segments, I'll tell you who directed which one.
Ooh,
anyway,
yes, show.
Fancy. So Radio Silence is a group of directors that did one of them, and Adam Wingard. I don't know how to say his name.
I love that band.
That one. That
Ty
guy.
West, right?
David Bruckner, who I really, really like. Ty West.
She doesn't even know about his movies. She just likes him. And Ty West, yes.
I just.
Yeah, that sounds like the.
I just enjoy his name. The sound of his name is good. Joe Swanberg and Simon Barrett and Ty West, and Glenn McQuaid, and that's it.
So you know what we should make? We should make our very own like Skype horror, like what that guy did in the video with the girl.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
I feel like that's harder than
Alex.
So the movie is an anthology, and it was who was it masterminded by? One guy. And he just said, hey, everybody, come over here, whatever, who cares? And it's funded by, I guess, Bloody Disgusting, which is a horror news site, because I remember reading the logo. And I remember hearing, did you guys have any first, ideas about this film? Because I remember hearing, or looking through ain'titcool.com and all these websites that have been...
Yeah, it was fun. I saw that.
A lot of film festivals that they were saying, oh...
I was,
This really is the worst recorded episode we've done, because everybody's cutting right out.
Yeah,
I know
it's
you
like
heard that,
cutting
right?
out so bad.
It's the tornado. I don't know.
There's a tornado, guys.
It's the evil Canadian frequencies. So VHS, I remember hearing about it at a lot of film festival reviews and stuff like that. And it's you want to set up the premise, Thea?
Yeah, sure. So the premise is a group of misfits are hired by an unknown third party to burglarize a desolate house in the countryside and acquire a rare tape. Upon searching the house, the guys are confronted by a dead body, a hub of old televisions, and an endless supply of cryptic footage, each video stranger than the last.
Aha!
Oh my god.
And we're...
The game is afoot.
It sounds pretty spooky to me. This sounds like it's going to be a spooky movie.
The film
spooky
is...
stuff.
The only expectation I had for this movie going in, and it was fulfilled, was I was going to get motion sick watching it.
Yep.
The movie is VHS, a.k.a. The Death of Hipsters and Bros, because that's what happens throughout the whole movie.
Oh my god.
Oh,
right?
seriously.
Every bros. First it's hipsters
like
and it's
douchebag
bros.
hipsters.
Which is
oh my
fine.
god, every guy was an asshole and every girl was crazy. It was just
every girl,
ridiculous.
I think, was topless in the film. I think it was like a requisite for every girl in this movie to be topless.
Yeah, I was okay with that. That's
right. Weird. So the film...
Yeah, it was...
Where was that death sound come from? Danny's just like, hey, I got it. I got something important to say.
Sound. What are you talking about?
You talk, and then it sounds like you just got killed by somebody. It's very scary. It's very unnerving.
It's okay. It'll make the episode funnier. Go.
So the movie... No, it doesn't. So the movie starts out with these 4 gentlemen. It was so funny because I was watching... I had a YouTube channel open on the other side, and it was playing some Korean music or something. Korean K-pop for some reason.
Nice.
And I was watching it, and it starts out with these kind of people doing wilding, which is kind of like doing breaking buildings, destroying property and stuff like that.
I didn't know there was a name for it.
Well, it's an ethnic term. Actually.
Wilding.
It's an ethnic term for like in the 90s. They used to say it when young gentlemen will find other people on the street and just kick the shit out of them while recording it.
Yeah, that was fucked.
That is.
That part was.
What's wrong with our world?
What that guy was doing is this thing called sharking, where they
Yeah, that's supposed to be like a tube top. They were like holding her down.
Yeah, that was a little.
Like, doing it. That was crazy.
Oh, is that what that was? Where they're showing her boobs? I thought that they were like gonna rape her. I thought that was the implication.
That's what I thought was gonna happen.
I thought it was like.
I thought they were doing some like Clockwork Orange type.
I thought
of
it was
shit
more
there.
like a Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer thing that was gonna happen at the beginning, but it was just a sharking thing because I guess these guys. Well, the first thing that kind of bugged me was that these guys were like wacky and wild. I guess wilding kids. They're playing too older for their age, I believe. And they look like hipsters, like guys that you'd sit in the corner of a party.
I want to poop on them.
But they had like nice trimmed mustaches and plaid shirts.
That one guy had like a pedo stash.
Yeah,
Hardcore.
totally.
Yeah.
But I mean, they looked like, you know what I mean, guys that would be talking about.
There's nothing wrong with being a pedophile, but you don't want to look like one.
Yeah,
like, I wouldn't believe these guys would knock shit around. I figured they'd be talking about the Black Keys for about 40 minutes in your fucking ear, not destroying
Yeah, and like...
and wilding. They just seem...
the yeah-yeah-yeahs.
They were played way older. Way to date yourself. So these guys are, I think they're playing way older than they should have been, I think. I don't know. It's just a little, well, whatever. That's just, it's,
I don't know. They were weird.
The whole wrapping together story, in my opinion, was just terrible.
It was
took like an hour.
I couldn't understand why they were taping at all. Like, why were they taping when they're going to look for a tape? And also with 2 cameras.
That right
that's their thing. They make videotapes of their crimes, and that's how that guy found out about them. But that's stupid.
Also, they're so casual about the dead guy. Like, they just don't even care.
That's called bad acting and bad writing. Because I was so happy that I knew these guys were going to just get killed. I knew, you just know. But the thing is, what they don't give you the satisfaction of is showing them all die in the movie. You just see one guy dead, but... besides that, so it starts out with these 4 guys, right? A couple of knuckleheads, and then they have King Stooge, who's super hipster 10,000.
Stooge.
And
they're like that's like
one guy who's
the whole time?
He's real tough with his finely cut hair and mustache, and he's like what is the
fedora? Did he have a fedora? Were there any fedoras in this movie? Actually,
I bet you the guy
there
holding
was
the
only
camera
one, and it was in the Skype one, and it was hung up on her closet door.
So the main antagonist, I would say, to that group is besides probably talking about the Killer's new CD, he was telling them how they can find a new way to get more money besides sharking people, and I guess they might have been doing those kind of
they only get $50 a girl, which I was like, why even do it? It's not worth it.
I know. I guess
it's for the fun. It's like the adventure.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think one of the main issues with this film is that
it's not the final destination; it's the journey.
I thought you were going to talk about
that was poetic.
Or something.
Yeah, I was quoting Stephen King there.
Nicely done.
I think what the problem with this film is that if you're watching it at home, you have to watch it with friends or watch it in a theater. Like, this is a theater-going kind of film, I think.
You have to be wearing a fedora.
I felt like I was saying something really, like...
Smoking weed.
I guess, but I mean, I only read the Bible, I don't smoke. So
you know what, some of these stories were actually cool, I have to say.
Yes.
Why don't we get
the
actual
I think
stories?
it's total hit or miss film. I was losing it at the film, but it got back to me. So they go to this house, they find a room where all this TV sets, this guy's dead, this old man is dead. It's some of the most unbelievable death makeup I've ever seen, and like I was just sleeping there. And while the other guys are looking for this VHS tape that I guess some shady guy told the other dude,
Which they're like, do you know which one it is? And he's like, he said I'd know it when I saw it.
Oh yeah, totally. It'll say.
You don't get more info than that? Come on.
It'll have VHS written on it with their names
tape
in the credits.
Amongst other tapes.
So, Thea, you want to set up the first story that happens in this film?
Sure. So not the wraparound, but the first short that comes up is Amateur Night, which it starts with three huge bros.
Going out.
like so broy, are going out for a night on the town.
They're so gross.
They out-bro the guys from Hostel. But go ahead.
God, they're brutal. Anyway, so they give their least broy friend these glasses with a video camera in them because they want to shoot like chicks basically when they go out. And then later,
want to totally get glasses like that.
They exist.
That was actually pretty cool. I liked that they used glasses.
Those actually do exist. But I love how the guys act like they can see what's happening on screen because this guy's glasses. Like, you believe that, bro? Come on, bro!
And how do you watch it? Like,
because
is there like a projection inside one of the glasses lenses?
So we're gonna call these guys Alpha, Beta, and Middleman. I think you guys will know who is who. Beta is the guy with the glasses. Alpha is the guy who's a super bro, and the middle guy is naked guy with his little genitals.
Oh yes, right.
So who was the laughing guy? He was the one I liked.
That's middle guy.
That's
middle. Oh no, laughing guy.
Yeah, the guy who was just laughing.
Oh, that's middle bro. So super bro, middle bro, and glasses bro go to these. They go. What are they celebrating? They're just going to a bar, right?
They're just going out.
They're trying to make a porn. They're going to a bar.
That's right. Yeah, they
gave chicks.
Right. So why did they give this young gent his glasses?
So they gave them to him just so they could shoot sex later, I guess. That was the only option.
I mean, don't people take their glasses off when they have sex?
I guess. But you could have left them on the nightstand.
So. I mean, I don't have glasses, but if I did, I'd probably take them off. When
I would take mine off.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys are creeps. So they go to this local.
It's cool to put a camera on the condom, so it could be like one of those.
That's weird.
Can you imagine the girl?
No, they have those in porn sometimes.
The girls would just become a tripod.
Dildo things.
I would just be afraid of her becoming a tripod by the end of the shoot. So the VHS, these guys go to this club and they start getting drunk and drunker and drunker, and they meet this one girl at the bar, right? Nameless chick number 1. And while this is going on, what does the glasses bro see?
He sees Alpha finds this super hot chick, and glasses bro finds this really weird bug-eyed chick that is like not quite saying anything.
Is her face digitally enhanced, do you guys think? Because
I think her eyes seem so. I think
Allison Harvard from whatever, America's Next Top Model.
Are you saying it looks like her?
Oh yeah, her eyes, because her eyes are so big.
She's got the bug eyes.
Yeah, I mean, I love giant eyes on girls, but this was kind of spooky.
That was like it was like a little too much.
Yeah,
it was a little too much.
I mean, I would like to say that it's enhanced, but there was something like I think she
looked
had that
kind of cute, but it was also kind like in a terrifying sort of way.
Yeah,
I would never have brought her back with me.
No,
she was good. She was doing the.
But they were so drunk.
She was
and
doing
the way
this
I don't care, and the way she kept saying, "I thank you."
But really loves.
I'd be like, "Oh God, you're so scary! Get the fuck away from me!"
You're such a lion sack of shit. I would have been.
No, it's true. I mean, I am horny, but I'm not that.
I have to say, I was a little bit hungover watching the parts where he's like going in the mirror and stuff, and it was making me like physically ill.
Oh no!
I thought the acting would have made you ill. What did you guys think of the acting in that segment? I didn't think it was that good at all.
It was okay. It was definitely not the worst.
Glasses.
There was, there was worse acting and also better acting. It was
there's worse acting in the third
road
acting. So they decide to bring everybody home. I thought the hot girl, had friends with her, but they only came home in the car with.
He abandoned them, I guess.
Bug-eyed girl and alpha chick. And
she just was like, peace.
I did like that they respected the hot girl to not have sex with her after she passed.
God, I got really creeped out there for a second. Creepy. I was a little worried.
I was totally expecting them to do that, and I was getting ready to be like, oh no.
Just become extremely dark. I think. What do you think is the? Did you enjoy this section of the film?
I didn't. Yeah. I actually kind of liked this one. I didn't mind it at all.
I thought it was okay, but it wasn't like anything great. Like I was, since I was hearing such a great thing about VHS, I was like, oh, this is gonna be cool. And then I'm just watching this. I think what the problem is with having an anthology film is that you've only have 10 or 15 minutes to set up a whole story and a payoff.
And each one has an intro, which is so slow.
That's the problem. What I think with found footage is that you're stuck in a storytelling mode where you kind of have to forgive it in a film, especially if it's an anthology film with found footage.
You have to explain why is there a camera in the first place.
Right.
And blah, 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 blah.
Well, the biggest flaw in logic that I had with this movie was why would all of these different movies, which are made in these sort of different ways, like with the camera and the glasses and the camera and the costume and then just the handy cams and stuff, why would they all be on VHS tapes?
Maybe
who converted them all to VHS?
videotapes get rescued? Even is my
Yeah.
question.
It was that old man. He would just walk around. That was his superpower.
Yeah,
He was
but
able
like
to
the
find...
conversion of trying to take like a video from like that camera from the glasses and putting it on a VHS tape, that would take
like
forever.
from like a Furby costume or
It
something.
would take so long.
I think that old guy had enough time. And plus, imagine
Anyway.
that footage gets knocked out of a guy in a bear suit by a train.
Yeah.
So the first story...
like the camera been destroyed.
So that girl
So
gets...
I just wrote it off as like, oh, it's like supernatural or something. He
Yeah,
probably
it's
did it
probably-
by magic.
By his mind, he
Yeah.
thought about it and it came
Yeah.
on the tape.
I
It's
mean,
like
the guy was like
Videodrome.
a demon or something at the end.
Something.
So-
Maybe they all had those Videodrome helmets on. Nobody saw that. And
There you
just
go.
kind of zapped into it. So we're dealing with, I guess she's a succubus?
Yes, I think
Because
so.
it was it was like I had a total high school moment when the alpha bro decides that he cannot sleep with the alpha chick, so he decides to try to sleep with Bird Girl. And main and nerds guy is like, oh, okay, and he kind of walks off, and I was like, oh my god, I've been there before. Like, this is scary. And while he's trying to sleep with her, this guy, they almost go into a threesome, almost. But I guess
Almost.
this guy,
I thought it was
So close.
hilarious when the laughing bro decides, oh wait, and then he like takes his clothes off, like he's gonna have sex now.
And
like,
she's
and
like,
she was
no,
like, no.
fuck you.
Can you imagine? There's something about
It
that
was-
guy. She probably just didn't like the timbre in his laugh. But
Mm.
yeah, you know,
I didn't either. It was
I-
a little scary.
I think there's a definite difference between storytelling in these anthology pieces, because some of them are just out and out gore shock, trying to get the audience going, holy fuck, I can't believe I just saw that, compared to a more like, this is more fantastical. Saying the last segment to the first segment, do you know what I mean? How it's one is more shock and the other one's more about like what
Was
the
the
hell
last
is
one
going
the
on.
Skype one? No, that was the fucking.
No, the last
train-
one's
The last one's a
Haunted
haunted
House
house one,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
like my favorite one. But
Yeah,
what did you guys think of the actual execution of the first one? Was it good? Because I mean, this film, besides everybody being bros and dudes, everybody like falls downstairs.
It's very simple and almost pointless, but I did like it.
It's very rewarding when they die.
Yeah, I will give him
Yeah.
points for having the. There's only two sequences I really like out of that first story. Is the segment where he's looking up the staircase after he twisted the bone out of his hand, right, or something like that, and her head
Yeah.
pops out of the staircase.
That part's scary. That part
That
was
part I
good.
was like, ooh, and then the other part when she actually, because I guess she's a succubus or winged demon
She
or
fucking
something.
flies.
Yeah, right. So she
She took his penis off.
does she?
Yeah.
It looked like.
I
in
don't,
one
I don't
scene.
know. The copy I saw was so digitized, it was fucked up. But she
Yeah.
lifts him up into the sky, and it's like one of the most. It sounds so fruity, but it has like some of the most beautiful visuals of like the sky and all this like.
She took him on a magical journey.
Yeah,
into
he was
this-
like, "Wee, I'm going to
It
hell."
was like the never-ending story.
Yeah,
but
she's
with
his
like
luck
a
dragon.
succubus bat.
So it cuts to
The suck dragon.
the suck dragon. But she got her feelings all hurt. Would you have been like, "Oh, it's okay," and acted like it was okay because
Absolutely. Yeah,
I would've been
I was
like,
like,
I like
dude,
you
you have
too,
a couch.
but
She's
I
not
like you a
going
lot
to
too. I
your
just don't
face.
want to die, you know.
I
like-
think what it is he couldn't get an erection with her, and that's that's the ultimate insult to a girl that's into you. I think. Believe me, I went
Is
through
it?
it, and I think so. I mean, you think about it, you're physically attracted. You know what I mean?
More, Alex.
What's that?
I said, tell us more, Alex. Tell
Oh,
us
believe
It's
me.
hard to get.
Everybody in
it's
my
hard to
life
get a
knows.
boner. It's really hard to get a boner.
I'm
when
just
you
gonna
have,
cut
like,
that
a
off
fucking-
right there and just have Danny cut it off right there. Like, it's really hard to have a boner, and then just move on to the next segment.
No, it's hard to get a boner when there's like a fucking demon, like screaming at you and like
That's-
holding up your friend's penis.
That's the only way I can get hard. So, after that, we cut back to the house party with the hipster guys.
Yeah, let's just skip them. There's nothing to it.
Right.
I don't have anything else to really say about them.
Did
except for-
did the first guy vanish after you saw that?
I think so. Yeah.
They're just stupid. There's nothing to say about
Or
it.
it's
They're-
really
So,
a shitty.
so they all disappear one at a time.
Who actually directed that segment? Do you have the information on that one?
That part, the wraparound is who is it? Adam Wingard. I can't even say it.
That shit
Adam Wingard is douche.
I've never actually heard of him before.
Yeah, that sucked. Anyway, okay, so let's move on to the second one, which I think is the second best, or equally up to the first one. What's that one called?
Second honeymoon.
That's a good one.
I like
at the first,
It was very slow. It
right,
was
first
very
5
slow
minutes I was
burn
like,
at the beginning.
oh, but this is out of all the ones. Oh, my English is great.
I didn't even like get it
Both
at
ones.
first. Then I
To
realized
read
what
English
happens.
is
Yeah.
good. No, I think it's the only one.
Maybe if you speak your native language of Spanish, you would feel better.
So I think this one would have made a better, like, full-length feature film. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it was basically. I mean, I could be wrong. She
You are.
was friends with the girl and was like a lesbian with her or something.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
had
I think
kids.
that was her lesbian lover, and
Yes.
she's been
She
following
was
them.
planning to off her dude.
Okay.
That's what made me a little sad about it, because the guy didn't seem like an asshole, you know? I'm fine if you want to break
No,
up.
he
But
kind
He's a
of
nice guy.
seemed like an asshole.
did he?
There were
Oh, well, yeah, the whole filming stuff like that.
I mean,
got a great
everyone
story.
in this movie is an asshole. I have to say that, but she was a lot less of an asshole than some of the others.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah, so
Comparatively, not so bad.
it's very much a
Yeah.
second honeymoon. I guess they're celebrating their marriage, and the husband seems kind of a little bit of a
I mean, why are you
goofball.
gonna marry this guy? They just got married. They're already having this many
They
problems.
were probably in a relationship
They
for a
should probably go
long
to
time.
marriage counseling before resorting to this.
Maybe the girlfriend had something to say. We were
I'm
like
sure,
getting. Too
I'm
much
sure
into it.
she suggested the trip so that they could go in the middle of nowhere and
And
murder
get killed.
him.
Yeah,
I know,
but I
but,
wonder how she would. I wonder how
They've
she
been
would cover
married.
it
This is
up.
their honeymoon or something or
Mm.
something, or how is their second honeymoon? It says.
Like it's
Okay,
the. It's
Yeah,
well,
the.
that's what it's called, yeah.
To me, it's the story that it's the.
They've been married that long. They could go to a marriage counselor instead of resorting to murder. Is
That
all
would
I'm
have been a
saying.
better entry for VHS, right? It's just them sitting around talking to the doctor and shit like that. And nothing
Yeah,
happens.
that would have been awesome. And it's like the doc recording their things, and then it turns into like
Played by Ben
just like a
Stein.
really like mushy kind of thing.
docudrama. I think
maybe they're like kinky murder lesbians that like
that's
get
what I
off
thought
on
at
it.
the end. There's this
Yeah,
comic.
like she's like a serial marrier, like marries different guys, has her kinky lesbian lover like kill them.
Why not?
It could be.
Okay, I kind of like that idea.
There's this comic book that I read called Gun Jewel. It's like this Japanese thing about these this woman who's married to an abusive man, and her girlfriend, this is not her girlfriend, but a girl that's in love with her, kills her abusive husband for her, and they go on the lam. And this kind of reminded me of this, although the guy in that one is more of an asshole than this one. And I think I was like happy that they killed the
I
abusive
think the
guy.
girl's the asshole in this one.
Well,
The
yeah,
guy's
she is. No,
not
that's
the
what I think. But I mean, it depends on who watches this film. You know what I mean? This one it angered me in a way because the guy didn't seem so horrible that he just kind of gets murdered, and then you find out that this girl is kind of a this psycho. Well, she's not a psychopath. She's probably just like.
I do have to say though, despite all the blood and everything, I was turned on to see her kissing the other girl.
That's because you're a normal man.
So was I.
So yeah, the
It was
film.
good.
It's
Alex, were you? We have to have a trifecta here.
Trifecta of turned on this.
yeah, sure. I guess
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, there we go. Thank
But,
God.
It was the one that I think it was the one that got the most emotion out of me in the film because it seemed like like oh shit, like how did that just happen? But it was done so well, it didn't feel like it was going over the top with everything. Just the sequence alone where they're sleeping and the shadow person is pulling the knife out on this girl, checking her out, and that right there is scary. So now we know how she got into the room. So the girl must have let her in, but why she's sleeping if she lets her in? It's dumb shit like that. And the section where you see the killer across the street walking in the darkness kind of thing, or she could have just given her the hotel key
I
card.
don't even think I caught that
What part?
because the fucking camera is so glitchy and moving around so much. But it did scare me when you saw at first the camera filming the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew
It's
that.
What's this happening?
I knew that was gonna happen just because I'm such a genius. But
You are.
I anticipated that a little, yeah.
yeah, it's a little because I didn't know what was going on. But when they went across state, and then the second time, I guess they just didn't have enough time to pan it out a little bit more, and they just stabbed the guy in the throat. And I was like, Jesus, where'd that come from?
That was awesome. That was perfect.
Yeah, it was.
Delivery.
It was. That's why, because it was totally unexpected. I thought it was going to be more of. I thought they were going to do some Saw shit. They're just going to tie the people up and do that nonsense where they, torture them for the rest of the fucking movie.
Well, this is the Ty West one.
Oh,
so
well,
I
Ty West knows what he's fucking doing then.
Yeah. So, and I sort of he does his other movies in a similar way, sort of the slow burn, like very slow build up,
That's why
but
we
then
like the
like
Innkeepers.
he really delivers.
Yeah, he's really good. He's like an old school dude. He's doing.
Ooh, I'm trying to think like what.
He's supposed to do a
what he
movie
does.
with Nicole Kidman, which
okay.
I hope he doesn't, because.
Innkeepers
Oh, he
and
did
House of the Devil.
Yeah, I think we'll probably do House
Cool.
of the Devil soon too.
Sweet.
But yeah, so that one's like really jarring because it feels like the most realistic out of all. Obviously, it's the one that's more patterned in reality than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
But I think to me, it's probably cinematically the most.
I don't think the succubus was realistic.
I've dated a couple of them, but
Yeah.
I think it was fairly awesome, and I think it's like it ranks out of the top of this one. So let's move on. Well, let's have your final words on that one.
I liked it.
I'm gonna say barbecue.
So no, I didn't mean. I'm not ending the episode. I meant that.
No, I know. I'm
particular
just saying
Okay.
barbecue.
So the next one.
9 out of 10 lesbians for that one.
The
Yeah.
next one. Which one is this one?
If I was a
This
lesbian,
is-
I would totally love that one.
I am, and I did.
All right, here we go.
There you
Alex, do you want to become a lesbian too? We could have a trifecta here.
I've always been helping lesbians my whole life, so because I wanted to be
Yeah.
one. I'm
Oh.
an honorary
I'm gonna
lesbian.
take a sip of water as you talk.
So what's the next story?
go. Okay, so the next one is Tuesday the 17th, which I guess the title is a play on Friday the 13th. That's my only guess.
And it is fucking terrible.
It's so bad.
It's the
oh my
worst.
God.
It has.
It's so stupid.
It has a very pretty girl who's
Who's
the
kind
worst
of
actor.
like Predator meets like
Yeah.
like Jason. or
That's
something.
the only thing they have for it is that effect of the killer. That's the only thing that is good for it because the rest of it is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the math here. Friday is the 13th. Then that's Saturday is the 14th.
I don't know if they actually counted it out. but
Sunday is the
that's what-
15th. No, they did count. It is
they?
correct.
Oh,
It's
wow.
1 week after Friday the 13th.
It's fucking garbage.
That makes it even worse because they were trying and it just was bad.
Danny, set this
How
one up.
long do you think it took them to figure that out?
I don't think they figured anything. I just watch it. Danny, you set this one up, please.
Okay, it's these fucking idiots, douchebags, go to the woods and act like douchebags for like 10
Are they
fucking
douchier
minutes.
than the
and then out of
bros?
nowhere, they all get murdered
That's
by a
pretty set up.
ghost, by something that looks like Predator.
Yeah, I mean it's a little deeper than that, Daniel.
That's
but,
pretty much it. And one of the girls there, you find out miraculously survived this guy, and then goes back and she sets up all these traps, like setting up traps, like in Predator. I'm surprised she didn't
Yeah,
paint her
she
eyes
set up
black
traps
like
with his-
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
She set up traps with his ghost lives, and he would never find it. Of course.
Mhm.
Stupid movie. Well, anyway, it's this
So dumb.
this nerd and his friend, and this was basically just trying to be the most Who directed this hunk of shit? I hope it's not the director.
Glenn
that you like.
McQuade, who I've never heard of, so.
Yeah, I hope he.
Hopefully
Is he
never
related
again.
I hope he McQuade's out of here. Get it? Cause
Oh, it's not related to Dennis Quaid.
I hope
no,
not.
Randy Quaid isn't. He's crazy. So
Yeah.
it's these 4 people that go into the woods. One girl's like, "You're gonna die here." But I was better acting than she was in that part.
Yes,
And
you were.
it's just there's all these weird glitches of people dying in certain sections of the where are they, in the woods somewhere?
Yeah, near some lake.
It's just
Like, why does everybody always have to make the woods seem like such an unpleasant place? I love the
I
woods.
love the woods.
Why do you make it seem like so scary with like predator ghosts? I mean, not that this was scary, but
it's
I don't know. There's got to be a better creative way to make scary things happen. And I
Why-
like the hotel idea better. Like in
why
the,
did you
know,
guys
the-
think it was so bad?
The premise was just so flimsy. Like,
Right,
it was
definitely.
like, I sort of knew something had happened, and something had happened to her a long time ago there.
I
And
did-
that's why she brought them there, but all of a sudden she was just like, "It's a trap, bitches! You're the bait! Deal with it!"
I appreciate the little gore when it zaps to the old footage of people dead and stuff like that, which is
Yeah,
fine
that
by
was
me.
kind of cool.
That was cool, but everything else is so. When you have something that's only 5 minutes and it's relying on gore, and that's like 90% of it, and it still sucks,
Yeah.
it's like fucking hey man, it's really horrible. And the acting of the guys is bad,
Yeah.
especially there's a
Although-
part. The
I
best
did-
acting in the movie is when the girl gets a fucking a big like knife right through her head.
Like
He
her
goes,
eye.
Look at your eye! Look at your eye! I would turn around and run. What a fucking! I'm upset. It was bad.
I did like when that guy was walking around all silly after his throat
Oh,
was
his
cut.
throat slit. Yeah. Oh my god. This is
How
so-
did he walk that far with his throat cut?
Losing blood gives you superpowers to walk.
Well,
I guess so.
After everybody dies, they always turn that off. It just like starts walking. But yeah, they're
Yeah.
fighting. I guess a guy from Time Crimes or something. They're just fighting this red
Oh, I love
face.
that movie.
Never saw it.
Maybe
they're just
maybe
fighting
it's
this.
like I heard
Oh,
actually
it
they
just-
have like
It just
I heard
reminded
that,
me physically. of
like
them.
the military created suits that make you invisible because they have like little projectors and cameras that
Oh,
will
yeah.
take pictures of everything around you and then project it onto the suit so it looks like you're
Like
invisible.
the Predator, right?
I
yeah,
wish
that
that was
actually
the
does
explanation.
exist. No, that
Maybe
does exist
that's
somewhere.
what the suit he was wearing. Maybe
Maybe.
he's wearing top secret military info.
So I mean, who cleans up the bodies? Or they just dump. The girl's very pretty though. The bad actor girl, who's
She is, yeah.
the final girl. She's very pretty, but her acting knocks her down.
It's terrible.
A couple of
Yeah.
notches. And yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's nothing else I can say about it. It's just she's having this fight. She's
You
bringing
can see her boobs at all.
the fact
Nah.
that
No boobs.
Yeah,
No,
right.
do
Nobody's.
we see the blonde's boobs?
We see the guy's boobs, so I guess that's enough.
We see the
Yeah,
blonde's
I gotta
cleavage,
see-
but not her boobs.
Yeah.
Cleavage is boring. Why do people? I mean, I guess in the 1800s it was a big.
She showed her ankles. It
I
was
think they
very
showed a guy-
scandalous.
they
Oh
showed
my
the guy-
god.
They show the guy have a boner. I hope that was a.
She was wearing a dress that did not fall below the knee.
I think we're getting sucked into the vortex of this terrible one.
Yeah,
so
we
let's
are.
just
We
skip
really
it.
are. Okay, let's get out of it.
All right, let's get into the third best to me story,
okay.
which was really cool. This is with my future girlfriend in it, whoever acted in that. Who
That
This is
girl?
where I made my
So
post name
cute.
today. Yeah.
She is fucking gorgeous.
So cute.
Who directed this and who's that girl? 'Cause she is beautiful.
Okay. Okay, first of all, do you know what the name of this segment is? It's like the longest title of anything.
Oh, brother,
ever.
pretentious.
It is
town.
It is called The Strange Thing That Happened to Emily When She Was Younger.
What an asshole.
Right?
director.
Okay, and it was co-directed
Can you
by
imagine him-
Joe Swanberg and Simon Barrett.
Can you imagine they're like, all right, Joe Swanberg and Simon Barrett, what's the name of your story? The thing that happened to Emily when shut
You're
the
When
cutting
she
out
was younger.
so bad, right?
Oh,
she was
God.
younger.
I was like, really? Do you need that many words? I don't think you do.
It just got knocked down a little bit because of that. But set up the premise, please, Thea.
Okay, so the premise of this one is it's all via video chat. It's not actually Skype, but it looks like Skype, basically. And
Is it not Google Crowd or whatever the fuck that's called?
Who knows? Who knows? It's this girl named Emily. She's talking to her doctor-to-be boyfriend, James, and she's hearing and seeing things in her new apartment, like footsteps and voices. And so she keeps calling him in the middle of the night and going, "You have to help me look at like what is going on in my apartment." And he keeps seeing flashes of like this little kid in like this little green outfit, I guess.
Yeah,
And,
it looks like hospital scrubs, kind of, or
yeah,
not scrubs.
it's weird.
But the
So
hospital
anyway,
outfit,
she
gowns.
keeps calling him. She also gets this like weird bump in her arm that she can't explain, and she also at one point tries to like carve it out of her arm, which was actually I really liked that part. It was
That's
kind of
pretty
messed
gross. I hate self-mutilation in movies.
up.
Yeah,
But,
that part was making me cringe a little.
It was good.
And yeah, it's pretty good. It's actually really good. I like this one a lot because
Yeah.
Pretty.
I liked the video chat. I liked the video.
Good.
the acting was pretty good. I mean, there's a part where you're like, why is the boyfriend not calling the cops, rushing up? Then you
Yeah.
realize why at the end of it, which
Yeah.
was really appreciative. I was
He's
like,
a
okay, now I
creeper.
get it.
That was a good ending. I still don't entirely. I mean, I don't think you're supposed to understand exactly what's going on.
I think I can try to take a crack at it.
Okay.
So this girl,
I
Go for
read
it.
something that said it was about aliens.
yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Here's the thing. I think what it is, it starts out with the girl getting, it's progressively getting weirder and weirder for her, and she's getting scared, and there's these green kids in green smocks running around the house, and there's bumping and noises all around the apartment and stuff like that. So she's like, I think my partner's all scared. So she calls her boyfriend.
Because you
and the
wouldn't
boyfriend-
move. You would just stay there.
The first night I heard even somebody sneeze across the room. I get the fuck out of there. So the boyfriend's like, oh, whatever, I'm seeing these ghosts. Why aren't you recording the footage that, we're seeing ghosts? Why can't she fucking record the footage? She's a dummy. And what happens is, eventually we find that the part which we'd always know is going to be scary. I actually just pulled this in something that I filmed recently, where you turn the camera around the room really quiet and you make left and right gestures and you actually catch what it is on the screen.
Yeah, I hate that kind of shit.
I love that
Oh.
stuff. And they actually
I
do
mean, I
see
love it too, but I hate it.
They see the kids at the end, and then some kind of weird cyborg light pops out, right? And
yeah.
she gets knocked out on the floor, and we're like, uh-oh, I think this girl's dead. Like, they're going to eat her alive or something like that. Then we see the boyfriend come off of his small window on the bottom right of the screen, and he comes into the room, which I was like, oh.
Like, immediately.
I was like, this is fucking cool. This girl's really stupid. And I guess he opens
I
up
feel
the back.
bad for her.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And it's because she's really hot.
That kind of sucks.
And he
She's
cuts
like such a
open-
nice.
He
It
covers,
really
Now
sucks.
You think she's crazy?
He cuts open her back. He cuts open her back
That's
and
really-
he cuts open her back and he pulls out a fetus, like a half alien fetus, out of her.
Yeah.
And I think what it is, I think it's like a science experiment on her, because the guy actually sounds sort of genuinely concerned about her well-being, because he's like, how many times are you going to do this? Because she's not going to survive all of this. So what I'm thinking is that they're implanting like. Those kids are all part of the act, or either those kids might be aliens, I guess, right, or something.
Yeah, I guess they all those like
Yeah.
there's like kids that are aliens
But if
and
he's
he's
pulling
helping
out
them.
the
I
fetus,
read
wouldn't
the
that be
theory that
killing
it was
the fetus?
aliens. I guess that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Like, why is he pulling out the fetus? Does that mean he's killing it? Or?
Do you think all little kids
I think
are
they're
aliens?
trying to. When I'm thinking about it now, I'm guessing that they're trying to experiment to see if they can harvest like alien feti in humans. I guess.
Yeah.
So they can do it regularly.
Because then we pop off the screen and he's talking to some other girl.
Why do they have to do it in
somewhere
her
else.
boob or her back? Or
I don't
whatever the
know.
fuck that was?
Just baby living in her boobs.
I was like, how is she not bleeding profusely from the back right now?
Yeah, and like, I mean, we get double.
Well, he's a doctor. He could sew her back up.
That's true.
Yeah,
we got
that's
double
true.
the set of boobies in this one. We actually get.
And
I
they
actually
got
feel
they
bad
got
for them.
they probably got alien technology too that they could like heal up the cut on her back.
Well,
And
true.
he has to break her bones and shit. He's kind of a douchebag.
He is a douchebag, not kind of a
I just-
douchebag. Do you think
He's
he was?
just-
Do you think he's really into these girls at all? Like,
I could kind of sympathize with him because, like, I think it'd be pretty funny to do that to someone, but he is a douchebag. Like,
So-
he
An
is
odd
a-
sense of humor.
so as I gotta ask this because since this movie's chock full of boobies, as a woman, but also / a gay American. Is this like offensive because all these
Canadian. Come
gay
on.
Canadian? Oh God, did I say that? I
Come
was
on.
thinking about
Gay
myself. I'm sorry.
Canadian.
Canadians. But is it kind of upsetting, or is it kind of like, oh, okay, cool, like that? I mean, it's they seem
What, the
like they
girls
have-
are showing the boobs?
Yeah.
Why
is
would
it
she
like,
care? She would be
Why
like,
would that be
awesome.
Because she's a
upsetting?
woman?
Boobs.
At least those ones were shown freely. The ones in the beginning where they're like ripping her shirt
yeah,
off,
that's-
that was
I
a
can
little
see what you're
upsetting.
saying.
But in this one, they're just like, "Hey, look at my boobs," and that's all good.
Yeah, don't make it sound.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
want to make
great.
it sound like I'm some giant woman's rights, like women shouldn't show their breasts. But I was just.
You're
Like,
such a feminist.
I had a question. I'm about to get my balls chopped
Alex
off next
is
week.
such a feminist that he actually has a vagina under his ball sack.
It's
Good to
true.
know.
It's really hot.
I know my aunt
It's-
Flo's coming in a
It's
week.
neon pink.
It's
You not get yourself pregnant.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna try
He
that
does.
right now.
He does. He actually has things like this in him too.
I have him
like
cut it
little
out of my
fetus
back
aliens.
every day. It's
Oh, you've
pretty
got fetus
awesome.
aliens. Cool.
Oh,
He
yeah.
queefs them out all the time.
What? So what did you
sick.
guys think of what did you guys think of this in the long run? Final judgment on this one.
I like
This
this
was
one.
pretty good.
Yeah.
And now we move on to what's the next segment? The haunted house segment.
Then yeah, it's called 10/31/98 because that's the date that it was taken on. Critically.
Set this up, Danny.
God, I don't even know how. It's
Set
a bunch
this
of
up, Thea.
It's easy.
I'm gonna set up like every other one because it's pretty much unanimous. It's
Four
a bunch
guys
of
go to a
douche
haunted
fucks
house. Okay,
that
go
are
ahead.
going to a haunted party, Halloween party, and they
So
get
funny
there
when
and no
Danny
one's
sets
there.
that
Oh,
up.
and there's a guy that has a bear costume that has a camera in it, and then all of a sudden there's some woman with like a fucking cult randomly, and
Dan,
I don't
you know
really
why I always
understand.
ask Danny to set stories up because then he does this. He'll tell the whole goddamn
That was
story.
rough.
It's funny. But
I'm really bad at setting stuff.
I think it's probably one of the best haunted house movies I've ever seen ever.
I really
of
liked
all
this
time.
one.
I was like, holy shit! They packed in this 10 minutes because the characters were likable enough for the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
I
seemed
don't
like
think these guys were too douchey.
they weren't. They were just having a
You
party.
know what I don't like about it though is that I have no
They were all
idea
white. No, I'm just kidding.
what happened.
I think they were gonna sacrifice the woman whose parent possessed by the devil.
It was kind of like the shrine. Like they were gonna.
Yeah.
They were sacrificing
That's
her,
what it
right? And they were
was?
like,
To
"Why
her-
are you here? Please get out of the house. We have to do
because
this."
the guys didn't go and run after them and kill them at the beginning. They were like, "Listen, get the hell out of here."
Yeah.
And they were trying to sacrifice
So-
the girls.
They were
like
like,
shrine.
"Leave."
either to appease the demons to her, or she's a very
Something like that.
she was an ungrateful bitch.
But okay, I guess if it's seen from that perspective, I think at that point I was actually kind of nauseous from watching all the moving cameras.
Yeah.
Just like get off and frustrated because the movie is like probably like 45 minutes too long. So I didn't give it a
They
fair
should have just
shot.
cut out the stupid Tuesday the 17th, and then it would have just been fine.
yeah, it's just
So the,
30
Right?
seconds and it would have worked.
It would have been an hour and a half. It would have been fine.
wraparound story was driving me crazy too.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, but I
But
think
at least you could take pleasure in those people dying, like hardcore.
Yeah,
they
I
didn't
wish it
die
was short.
violently enough. They just kind of disappeared.
That's
and,
true.
And
So
thankfully,
maybe I didn't give this one as fair of a shot as you guys did.
thankfully
Yeah.
the wraparound ended before the last story comes out, so we don't have to remember
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it was good.
Um,
Good choice.
Although I did like the guy's nanny cam costume, it was cute.
Which I didn't realize what it was until after, and I was like, "Oh, I get it now."
What,
I think
the
he
bear?
said
I don't know
it
why,
like
I don't know why
really
he was
clear.
recording, but
Mm.
But I think, You know, I was watching the scene where they're pulling the stuff out of the girl's stomach, and you just drank that noise. It's disgusting.
Sorry.
But yet, no, I think it's probably one of the best. I'm trying to think of other haunted house movies that I've seen that are really good, and not really. Besides, Innkeepers is more about the mood than it is the haunted house.
Yeah.
I guess you can say Poltergeist. I guess
That girl is
Poltergeist
the
is the
same
number one.
girl that was playing Emily. It looked like a similar look.
Emily?
You know the girl Emily and the one earlier with the sky.
Similar look, but not same girl.
That also reminded me of the bird girl. Reminded me of the chick from May. I forget her name, but yeah.
Angela Batiste.
Yeah, right. She can remind me of her.
You know what?
And Angela Batiste
right?
looks
The
like Strangers with
keepers.
Candy. It's pretty funny. Huh? What?
I'm talking to Thea.
I couldn't hear you.
That's
Am
it.
I cutting out still?
Yep.
You're getting the whole episode. Wait till you hear it. It's just going to leave me and Thea in
Right,
the
it's
episode.
going to sound terrible.
But,
Whatever.
as
It'll
usual.
be fine.
I was saying the girl Emily looked like the girl from Innkeeper.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
She does a little. I think it's the hair because it's like short.
It's not the same girl though.
But
No,
I
it's not.
think, what were the strengths and weaknesses with this one? Too long, or?
No, I thought it was good.
I think that's very good.
I really, really liked the effects in the last like 5 minutes of it.
Yeah, with the house going crazy and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Amazing stuff
the
in there.
arms coming out of the walls.
I've
were-
seen that arm stuff in some kind of YouTube video a while back, where this guy's like goes into a room and you see all these black arms coming out of the
Yeah.
wall and stuff.
I
And
forgot that was
How
in
do they
this
do
one.
that?
What? Who?
How
Go.
do they do it?
I don't
After
know.
Effects. I don't know. Photoshop. Who the hell knows? But it was. It's really. I wish that movie. I mean, the girl like, gets into the car with them, and then she pays them back by letting them get hit by a train, which is really scary because you. I would expect you to put your feet on the on the window of a car to try to stop a train from killing you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't really trying to get out of the car too hard.
Not hard enough.
I think
I would have
people-
been kicking the windows. and
Right,
shit.
I think
they
people
weren't even.
just allow themselves to die in these kind of films to give it some kind of visceral reaction.
And they foreshadowed the train, eh?
yeah, that's pretty good.
In the
Well
beginning,
done.
I liked that.
Who directed that one? The last one?
How did they
Uh,
foreshadow it?
In the
I don't
beginning,
remember.
when they're on their way driving to the house, they said they have
Oh!
to stop the train
I
tracks
heard
for the
Canadian
train.
accent. Go ahead.
What?
Oh, okay.
House. I like that. It was cool.
What
Canadian
happened?
accent.
Say water.
Anyway, this is what I was going to say. My main problem with this film, obviously, was not the film itself, but the fact that I had to sit through so much like nauseating camera movements.
You really do
that
get affected by
when
that,
I
right?
got to this, I was like exhausted and I didn't care anymore.
Fair. That's totally fair.
Like I say the last story is great, and also I felt I wanted to hug Emily so bad, and when she was crying to her boyfriend. Did you see
Yeah.
that? She's like,
She's like, I don't deserve you, and I was like, oh god, it's
He's
awful.
like, I could take you away.
I was like, he pulled alien babies out of your back.
Right? Well, I mean, that's some sort of niceness to her, but then he picked that really
Yeah,
ugly...
but he's like kind of a. You got to look at it from his side.
He does it all for
You know,
himself.
Then he had that ugly skank.
He is a pretty nice guy. He is a pretty nice guy, and he's doing it to other girls too. So
He
you can
acts
see that
like a nice guy. There's a
he
difference.
he just loves women so much that he
Mhm.
just wants to do this to a
He
bunch
just
of girls.
wants to see all of the boobies.
That's true.
All of
And
He
who
wants, to
doesn't
see,
want
he
that?
wants to see all their boobies. He wants to see all their alien fetuses growing inside their back skin.
Somebody's fetish somewhere. So, and then thankfully that stupid wraparound ends before the final story, so we're going to appreciate it. And then they go to the final credits, which shows the booby tearing shirt scene about 50 times for some reason.
Yeah, I was
But it's
like, really?
it's nicely edited, but it's a little scary looking.
Yeah.
As a whole, what did you guys think of the film? Danny!
Well, I have to average together all of these things and the fact that I got motion sickness, and I'm gonna say it gets like a fucking 6 out of 10.
Okay. Thea? We gotta do the dumb ratings, don't we?
Yeah.
Let's
Oh yeah.
Let's on this
Sorry,
episode let Thea go first with her rating of the film.
All right. I'll give
Yeah,
it
specific rating.
I don't know what
I
the
didn't
fuck
get
Danny
any of
just
that.
said. This is gonna be the worst episode for Danny ever.
8 douchey hipster stashes out of 10. I
Nice.
liked this one. I would totally tell somebody to watch this. It was
Yeah.
pretty good.
You gotta tell him to look away when the other shitty story's on. I'll give it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Danny.
Okay, I'm gonna give this 6. Succubus ripping off a missized huge penis flesh out of
Jesus.
10.
Nice.
I will give this a 7 out of 10. I like the 7.5, 8, because those stories really help. You guys are like, shut the fuck up. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Taken and Sarah-looking girlfriend crying to you after you pull a fetus alien out of her.
Yeah, but you know what? They were like, seriously, the wraparound story is like a half an hour of the
really
movie.
Bad. Yeah.
And the Woods one is like another 15 minutes. It's like half of the movie there.
There's like three golden stories lumped in a pile of shit.
I wouldn't call them golden. I'd call them like...
Compared to the other ones, they're fucking golden.
Silver.
Bro.
I'd call them silver, maybe like bronze-ish.
There's obviously three more... There's three more better directors than the ones that are in the film that deserve to be in this movie.
Oh, also, David Bruckner, who did the first one with the succubus. Have you seen The Signal?
Oh yeah, that was a good movie.
Because that's him too, and I really
that was
really
a Canadian
like that
film
movie.
too, right?
Yeah.
Canada, something. Yeah, that was a cool film too. That was more like, if you like the Stephen King Cell, it's basically the same premise.
Yeah.
I
don't like that she
was in your part.
I don't like how they demonized the poor husband while she was fucking around. Was that not the ugliest? Was that like the ugliest cast you've ever seen in a movie? Thea?
That are not cold.
Thea,
There's a lot of things going on.
Thea, wasn't like The Signal like the ugliest cast of any film of all time?
The girl was cute.
No way. And the guy looked like he was from Three Doors Down. He looked like that singer. Okay, enough of that shit.
Okay.
So we want to thank Thea from Horror Harbour. You can look it out. Can you spell it out for us, Thea?
HORRORHARBOUR.
.tumblr.com, which is a great Tumblr, which is funny because we subscribe to a lot of people that subscribe to us, and I hardly get to see any Horror Harbor. We have to I have to actually. Danny doesn't look at shit on anybody's Tumblrs. I'm the one that speaks to everybody online, but she's the only one that actually has
at actual pieces of shit. Like
I'm either looking at when I see the Tumblr feed, it's mostly like fucking pictures of One Direction or somebody else. I'm like, what's going on? And
your feed is bad then. What are you doing?
Hey, people that follow us, we follow them back.
Sometimes
One Direction.
And no offense to people who like One Direction and Justin Bieber. Whoever
no, offense.
We
I'm
like
not
you
even
anyway.
sure what One Direction is. I guess that makes me extra.
Good.
I felt,
dude,
that's the first time I felt really old because I don't know who they are, except for my niece telling me. Anyway, so we want to thank horrorharbor.net, .tumblr.com. So visit her site, and hopefully we'll have her on more episodes because this is really good.
I would love to come back.
We just have to do it when there's not a tornado, so we're not cutting out like insane
and
people.
also not a movie that
out.
has so many different parts. This was crazy. I forgot how much is in it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's a lot.
So we want to thank Thea again, and of course Danny, my partner in slime.
No, Emily is my name.
Oh, okay, Emily. Right. So with that, Danny, what is the final word?
Bathroom.
What?
Bathroom.
Can you say that 5 more times?
Bathroom.
I said 5 more times.
5.
Bathroom.
Before deconstruction.
Oh shit! And also next week is also next film is The Fourth Kind, a terrible movie. Goodbye, everybody.